ask the question, like just know that it's okay for you to ask for a sign from the universe. This is a true story. It's crazy. If you're wondering about signs from the universe, you're gonna really enjoy this video all about how I asked the universe for a sign. It's a whole story. We're gonna go into it. So grab a tea, grab a snack, let's get cozy. My whole purpose of making this channel is to share with you personal growth journeys, manifestations, just everything I'm doing to create the life that I absolutely crave and hopefully help you do the exact same thing. So subscribe if you're looking for uplifting content, and I want to get into this story time. My gut is really telling me that I need to tell you guys the story, tell you how it unfolded so that you can like believe that these things can actually happen for you first, and then I'll make a second video on the how-tos, or else this video will be like 100 hours long and nobody probably wants to sit here for that long. Rest assured though, if you do watch this video, all of the tips and tricks and like the whole message is going to be there, so it is going to give you lots of guidance. Maya's in a YouTube video. Okay, let's get into the story. I want to tell it to you because it was so crazy. An important part of the story to know that I struggled with depression and anxiety and unhappiness for a very long time. Now, getting to the other side of that mountain, I'm able to kind of unpack and unwind and kind of remove all of those things, but it has been a journey. I am not going to lie even one little bit. And this actual story, actually asking the universe for a sign, was such a number one, incredible part of my journey, but number two, I know for sure I probably wouldn't be sitting here. Well, I know for sure I wouldn't be sitting here making this YouTube video, but also feeling how great I feel if I hadn't have done the step of asking the universe for a sign. So the sign I was asking the universe for, believe it or not, was, should I start a YouTube channel? Which sounds totally crazy. But as I was kind of journaling and coming out of feeling bad and on my way into feeling good, I was really feeling this strong inspiration to start a YouTube channel, that talking to people on YouTube, sharing my story, sharing kind of how I overcame depression, sharing the things that I used to go through my personal spiritual journey and my spiritual awakening and to feel really good about myself again. All of that I should be sharing on YouTube. I just had this inspiration from the universe that it had to happen. And I was like, universe, you are crazy. YouTube, like I had never even thought of starting a YouTube channel before, but it kept coming up. It kept coming up in my journaling. It kept coming up in my daydreams. It just kept being this thing that like kept popping into my universe. So then I was flipping through a Gabby Bernstein book that I have on my bedside table, just looking for a little something to read before bed. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm reading a book and I'm also kind of like looking for a little bit of a message, I just open the book to whatever page opens and I'm like, there's something here I'm supposed to read. So I opened it up and there was something there I was supposed to read, and it was the part of Gabby Bernstein's book, The Universe Has You Back, when she talks about asking for signs from the universe. I was like, all right, Gabby, I see this. Ask for signs from the universe. Hey, this is like a thing that's gonna work. Let's try this out. I'm getting this guidance from this book about just asking the universe for a sign, and then I'm getting this massive inspiration that I'm supposed to be starting a YouTube channel. So I put the two together and I decided I would ask the universe for a super clear, undisputable, irrevocable, undisputable, unimpossible, had to happen sign that I was supposed to start a YouTube channel. So not too long after all of that, this was a while ago now, so I don't remember the exact details, but it must have been like the next day, I knew I was going to be going to a hockey game that was taking place in like the big stadium in the town that I live in. So it was going to be, you know, lots of people, lots going on, and I was like, okay, I'm going to ask for a sign of the universe and I'm going to give it like a time frame. It has to happen in a very specific time. It has to happen while I'm at the hockey game. And then the next thing I thought was like, okay, that's like a time frame of where it has to happen. The next thing I thought was it needs to be super duper specific, like crazy specific, and it can't have anything to do with something I would like traditionally see at a hockey game. So I've gone to hockey games a few times. I'm Canadian, it comes with the territory. And so I have a pretty solid like idea of the things I'm going to experience at the hockey game. So obviously if my sign was like a beer in a plastic cup, that couldn't have been a sign because you know you're going to see that at the hockey game. So I was like, okay, I'm going to think of something that I will never see at a hockey game. Like never going to see at the hockey game at the stadium. And oh yeah, let me show you what I came up with. A potato. Potato was going to be the thing that I would see at the hockey game, and not like you know, them like crushing potatoes to make French fries, which isn't a thing I know that they do where we have our hockey games in my city. But I was like, even if they installed some new like fresh French fry situation, that didn't count as a potato. It had to be the picture of a brown, like earthy potato. It was actually the bigger one. Like you guys know the ones I'm talking about, the one your grandma peels to make mashed potatoes. That's the potato. There's gonna be no reason for anybody to be talking about potatoes at the hockey game. There's gonna be no reason to like see a potato at a hockey game. Like potato was not gonna happen at a hockey game. I was like this was impossible. There's just literally no reason for potato to be at a hockey game. Okay, universe, okay. If I'm supposed to start a YouTube channel, if I'm really supposed to do this YouTube thing and start sharing with the world my story of everything I've gone through and everything I'm going for and how I inspire others, you are gonna show me a potato at the hockey game. This is super random. So I go to the hockey game, everything's great, and I've kind of like in some ways forgotten I've made this deal with the universe because, you know, I get distracted easily, let's be honest. So I go to the hockey game, friends are there, we're doing our thing, hockey is in play. And if you've ever been to a sporting event, you know that there's like intermissions. During the intermission, I always have to go to the bathroom and usually want to get a thing of water. So I'm usually not sitting in my seat for intermission. Perfect time to get popcorn or ice cream, so why would you hang around? But for this intermission, I decided to sit in my seat and not actually go anywhere, which was totally unlike me. I'm gonna say right from the starters. I'd kind of sort of forgotten that I had asked for this whole potato situation to happen, and I'm watching the Jumbotron because, you know, they always do like advertisements and like trivia games, etc., on the Jumbotron. I'm watching the Jumbotron, waiting for the game to come back on, and there was like a trivia quiz, which I will never even remember what the question was, which is like entertainment. But they were like asking trivia for the crowd and you could like answer it, whatever. Moral of the story is, can you guess what the trivia answer was? The trivia answer was potato. With a brown potato, just like your grandma uses when she's peeling her thing, and the word in bright letters, potato. Now what I had asked from the universe wasn't, I want to see potatoes, or I'm going to see an ad for potatoes, or I'm going to see someone eating a potato. I was like, I am going to see a potato and potato, not potatoes. Potato. Here I am sitting in a place where there was no reason to discuss potatoes, and on the Jumbotron, the full screen, and it's got a potato and the word potato. It was crazy. And in that moment I remembered, holy crap, that says potato. That was what I said to the universe. I said to the universe, it had to give me, if the sign that I was supposed to start a YouTube channel was really supposed to happen, it was going to show me potato, just like this. And now it's showing potato, just like this. And it had to be here at the hockey game. And I had like kind of low-key forgotten, like I knew I kind of asked for it, but I wasn't expecting an answer. The thing was, I totally thought it wasn't going to work. And I totally thought it was like out in left field. So I had like no actual expectation that this was going to happen. So it's not like I forgot about it. I was just kind of like, poof, whatever. Now here it was, and it wasn't small and tiny like this potato I have in my hand. It was massive, massive, massive. Fast forward a little tiny bit. I now have 2 YouTube channels, which I absolutely adore. I have created an online business all because of YouTube. I have friends all over the world because of YouTube, and I feel so incredibly supported and amazing in my life. So really what I was looking for, all of like the friendships and the meaning and the motivation and being able to make money, all of those things came to me through YouTube, and I still get to have all the joy of my regular life. I get to work from home. I get to have a schedule that works around my schedule with my kids. Everything I could have dreamed of, wanted, has come to me through YouTube, and it continues to come to me in better and better ways every single day, and I would have never thought of it. And it's funny, now that I'm telling you this whole story, just the other day, I'm about to shift into a whole new phase of my journey with YouTube. I'm actually starting a business where I help other people start YouTube channels, which is so amazing. I'll put the link to my website here. If you've ever thought about it, jump over to my website and get some help. And it's funny, you know how we just like mindlessly scroll on TikTok? So I'm like literally mindlessly scrolling on TikTok one day, and I was kind of daydreaming or thinking or stressing. I don't even know. My head was elsewhere and my fingers were just on TikTok. And I had stopped scrolling TikTok. Like I wasn't paying attention to TikTok because I was thinking about something else. I had stopped scrolling the TikTok, and when I went back to look at it, the TikTok was about potato. And it was like, I don't remember what the TikTok was. I wish I would have remembered it. A smarter person than me and maybe a better YouTuber would have like snapped it so I could do like an insert here. So you're just gonna have to trust me. But here it was, this like grandma potato. I think they were talking about like how to cook potatoes, but it was like this brown potato and it was like potato. And I was like, damn, here we are again getting the same random message. Really what I think are the step-by-step how-tos, because I don't think I would have the confidence to know that that was like such a solid message from the universe if I wouldn't have done it like these specific ways. So again, that video is linked down below. It's coming in hot for you. But I do want to say that I think the very, very first thing is I had to be open to divine inspiration. I had to be open to listening for some sort of guidance. Like I knew I was unhappy and I knew I was trying to change my life and create a different life, but I really didn't know how or why. So I had to quiet my mind enough to really listen for those ideas to pop up, as crazy as they are. If you would have told me 2 years ago I was gonna have a YouTube channel and literally like YouTube clients all over North America, I would have thought you were totally insane. So you have to really be able to quiet your mind. Journaling is a great way to do it. Meditation is a great way to do it. I have lots of content here on this channel to help you with your meditation and your affirmations. So check those out, because the first thing you really got to do is quiet your mind to like listen for those messages, listen for those inspirations. The next vital thing is really ask the question, like just know that it's okay for you to ask for a sign from the universe. Like if you're getting that inspiration and you're like, I don't know, I think you're crazy. It's totally okay for you to ask for that sign from the universe, but make it like super specific and super defined in a timeline, and make it something super random, like this potato that I've been hanging on to while I filmed this whole video. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. I'm gonna keep showing up with content just like this because I am definitely creating the life beyond my wildest dreams. Yes. And hopefully you want to hang out with me and do the same. Talk soon.